Hey everyone, and welcome to our Team Tuesday, and a big shout out to the Denton World, and welcome to the Rodriguez team, the Corral Wagner team, and everyone from the Peterson team. Thank you guys for being here and joining us, and so we can share our thoughts and get some information. So the first thing I would like to mention, if posted in our Facebook group, and a video from Gary about the bottles. Just real quickly, if you did not see it, because we have some people that aren't on Facebook, remember that the bottles, like the replenishing day lotion and the two treatment lotions, these are airless. There's a little plate at the bottom. I know you can't really see it, but examine yours. I mean, you can see that little circle right there. If you unscrew this, which you really don't want to because you don't want to get air in your product, but I'll do it just for you guys. See, it does not have the typical straw that's in the cleanser and tonic. And what happens, well, now I've got air in here. And also remember, when they fill this product, that there might be a few air bubbles. So if you squirt, well, this of course works fine, so I can't show the example, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Sometimes it will kind of hiss and nothing will come out. Just tap the bottom and it just gets the air bubbles. Just like if you're baking a cake and you bounce the cake to get all the bubbles out, it's the same sort of thing with your bottles. There's nothing wrong with it. It just needs to get the air tapped out of it. So next, there were some questions about sensitivity. If you're having anyone with any issues with sensitivity, back them off of the treatment products as well as the tonic. The tonic has a phytic acid. Now, that is a naturally occurring acid from rice, but that can be a little aggressor for some people that may be extra sensitive. So if you have someone that's having sensitivity, back them back to just the cleanser and the AM moisturizer, and then the tonic and the PM moisturizer. The eye cream hasn't been really having any sensitivity with anyone, so you can probably go ahead and start that. But again, as you guys know, start with your basics and then add in your tonic maybe once a week, and then work up to every other day, and then you can add the treatments in. If you'd rather do the treatments first before the tonic, that's okay as well. But those are the things that tend to be a little bit more powerful that may be giving people some issues. Some questions on dryness. If there are anybody, remember it takes a couple of weeks before everything balances out. And I think here in Texas, we don't have as many issues with dryness, but people who are further north in Texas or in more colder climates, they may have a little bit more issues, or even, I say colder, but even like Arizona, being as dry as it is, they deal with a lot of dryness as well. But what I've been seeing a lot of posts on is they are also pulling back on their tonic. Those who are experiencing that maybe once a day or every other day, and then an extra dose of moisturizer. And if they're really showing extra signs of dryness, sometimes they will put the night moisturizer on top of their day. Now, they're not doing that every day, but just when they feel extra dry. Remember, there's a difference between tight and dry. The daytime is supposed to make us feel tight because it's lifting and tightening and plumping our skin, whereas dry, and I think those, you guys know, when the wind blows and you just get really dry, that's the difference. Anyway, so, and those are a couple of takeaways on that, and I tried to post as I get this information in Facebook. So the next thing I want to show you guys just is some of the things to take in your case. Those of you who are on Sue's team, she's already sent out a video for you guys describing this. So I wanted to go over it again for those who maybe didn't receive the video or on the other leadership teams. So of course we have our bag, and inside you want to have your products. I also put a checklist in our team docs for you. If there's something missing or needs to be changed, you guys just let me know and we can update that. But of course, You will want to take your notebook, or if you prefer to take individual sheets, laminated, or if you prefer to take the new product books, which I will show those to you in a few seconds. This is your business. You do it what works best for you. But a lot of us have found that the notebook has worked well because it keeps us on point. As you guys, we've gone through this before, it has information on the products that you can show. And I've polled after all of my shows, and everyone likes the visuals because that gives them something else to look at. But anyway, so you have your notebook. I just carry mine separately because it's just, it fits better for me and the way I pack my case. You also want to have your set sheets. You need to have your order forms, and also need to have your recruiting form. You need to have washcloths, and you need to have 2 for each guest, 1 moist and 1 dry. Now, if there's like 1 guest, if it's one-on-one, or you and 2 people and you think you're going to be at the sink, then they really only need the 1. But if you're at a table, of course, you will need a moist one to apply the cleanser and then remove the cleanser. Some of you guys who are prior BC consultants, if you still have some of your disposable cloths, those are okay too. Again, those work well. You will need your cotton rounds. Now, me personally, right now, I have a little Ziploc bag that I try to keep inside of my bag because to keep it, you know, just coming in with Ziploc bags. You can also use a case, a beauty case. And again, those on Sue's team, she showed a picture of a pretty blue case with some handles that you can put all these in. She told me where she got those, so I'm going to go search for those as well. But anyway, cotton rounds for your tonic. 2, because you never know, somebody's going to drop one. You know, that always happens. Then you also need spatulas. Need at least 1 for the eye cream, 1 for the night cream. Now, what I have found, I tend to bring several more as long as I have 2 for each person, because one time I was, as we call, double dipping. I would dip and apply to a client, or give to a client on her finger, dip to another client. And a lady asked me, she goes, well, aren't you recontaminating from our fingers? How do you know my finger's not dirty? And I didn't. So 2 things. 1, I started carrying sanitizer so that they could sanitize their hands to mitigate that issue if I happen to forget. But I also found it easy to just carry extra spatulas so that I have a clean spatula for each person, for each product. If you don't have that, the spatulas of wooden sticks that you can get at the dollar store. Those are great. Then you can just throw them away. You don't have to wash anything when you get home. I've also, in the past, used cut up paper towels to use to distribute product and hand to somebody. Again, they can throw away. But just some options. Just remember, you do need something to dispense the products. Some mirrors. I have my mirrors from the past. And actually, I did a show the other day where I forgot my mirrors, and they didn't have a problem. People can feel their face, but it would be nice to have a couple of mirrors. If you don't have some from the past, dollar store, Walmart, Walgreens, great places to get those. You also need some headbands. You can either do headbands like this. You can find headbands at the dollar store like this. These are very popular. Just remember, you will need to wash these because, you know, some people's hair. I've also found these on Amazon. Of course, that's an expense. This, you buy one time the dollar store, even if you have to buy 2 or 3 for $1. That's a very inexpensive, and then wash them. But these are some disposable ones that I found on Amazon. It's kind of fun when you have a large group because everybody is like, what is this? What exactly? Then when you open it up and it's a stretchy headband and everybody takes selfies, and so it's a lot of fun as well. Now, you will need some pins so that when you close with your set sheet and your order form. Also, if you have business cards and the new product guides, you may want to have some business cards. If you don't, that's okay. But be sure and have the link to your app. Text it to yourself so that you have the link already to your app, not the company app, but your app that you've downloaded to your phone so that you can share it during the show. What's great about that is you can be able to text it to them. They will have it at their fingertips all the time. Remember, they told us that they can call us, our clients can call us from the app. That way they don't have to try to figure out who was that skincare lady that called that I saw at Jill's party, because they don't remember us if they don't know us, obviously. And that way we're always at their fingertips. Two ways to do this. One, at the end when you meet with a client one-on-one to discuss what their needs are and how you can help them go forward with their skincare and anti-aging. You can have them download it then and explain it. Or if you have one of those groups, and I know you guys know what I'm talking about, one of those groups, they're a lot of fun, they're competitive, they're just that type of group. And if you have one of those, hey, I say make it a game. Tell them I'm going to send everybody a link, and the first person who gets this link downloaded wins a prize, whether it be something from the dollar store that you brought or whatever. But those are things that obviously, like I said, you will know that by the group. And one thing that's optional is a tray that you can display your products on. They also have some really pretty table doilies that are like silver, that are almost paper. And I meant to have one to show you, but anyway, they're flat, and so they would fold up and they would pack easier than something hard and plastic. So thinking about switching that out.
Hey, Jill.
Yes, ma'am.
I did placements. I did a true art placement, laminated, and that made it much easier to transport than your tray.
That would be great. Yes, because this is heavy and bulky and it takes up room.
I'll send that to you.
That would be great, Margaret. Thank you so much. And the other thing that I found, guys, we want to just go in, make it simple, put your keys, your cell phone, and your wallet in here. That way, all you have to do is carry it. And the other thing that's good, if you're going out for the day because you want to have your products with you, you can use this as a handbag so you don't have to worry about your products getting hot in the car when you go inside somewhere. So you have everything with you at all times. Another tip, if let's say you're doing a large group and you're going to have stations of the products and you need to bring about, say you're going to have 16 washcloths. I personally like to wet them at home, put them in a Ziploc bag, heat them up in the microwave for about a minute to two, seal the Ziploc bag so they stay really hot. I take a cooler, I put it inside there, I put the dry ones on top, that way they stay warm as well. And then you have everything done when you walk in for a large group, and you don't have to stress. You just walk in, set your products out, the spatulas, you're ready to go. All right, so let's move on. What are we going to talk about? Oh, I mentioned the new literature. I just wanted to show these to you. You don't feel obligated to buy any of these, but they are very professional. I've got my business card. You can also get the vertical ones, put your picture on it, has all your information. This is the fold-out card that they added. It has information on the products, has information on the opportunity, our mission, and I really like how it has your information on there professionally. So, but never fear. There might be some uh, promos, some challenges coming up where we can earn some of these with that you can customize yourself. So these are the leave behind cards. This is the one for the TLC. It has all the information about TLC. This is the recruiting one. I can see this being used, maybe these being used maybe in swag bags. And this is the product brochure. It fits perfectly in a small crossbody handbag. It has your information professionally on the back. Now, I have heard some people use these at their shows because it has all the information that they can flip through. I've also seen some people take this back and get it bound so that it can be flipped through, and that would be your show copy so that people don't take them home, because these are about $2 a piece. But they have all the information on the products. And in the back, it has the simple about the opportunity. So these are very, very good quality. I was very pleased with these that you can order. The next thing we wanted to talk about is the set sheet. Can you guys still hear me? Ooh. All righty. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I just had a warning that my computer's kind of old and it's time for it to be changed, and I just got a flash that my display driver tried to short out just now. So if I lose you guys, I guess we'll continue on voice only. But okay, so real quick, let me share my screen. I'll share the whole screen. All righty. Can you guys see? It's got pictures of mountains and.
Yes.
Okay. And both of these forms are out on the Team Docs for You. This is while we're waiting for the official company set sheet. This set sheet is one that I think Shelley Ward originally created it, and we adjusted it a little bit. So it has your full core skincare. It has your advanced treatments, as well as about the TLC and joining our team. Now, Sue came up with a great order form here that ties with this set sheet. And what's great about this, it has all of their information. So you have 4 people at a get-together, a launch party. You may or you may not want to do the iPad while you're there. I have found that it does take a little bit of time, so it is easier just to get their information on paper and do it at home when you get home. Now, when it's one-on-one or just you and one other person, it's just as easy to do it in person. But this lays out everything you need to set up an account, whether it be a client account or a loyalty club account. And it has the core set and the price, and it also has the core anti-aging set and the price with the 15%, because people always ask. So that shows both. As you're closing and you're going over the sheet, you can explain about the loyalty club, and you explain about how they can add on any other products at 15% off the full core anti-aging set. You can also add a la carte. And so here, and then for those who want to add anything extra, like some people want to have an extra cleanser in their shower, so they can add an a la carte cleanser. And then for those who decide that they do not want to do TLC, they just want to order 1 or 2 things, that option's there. Of course, we need to remind them that the products work in tandem together to get the results and the great skin that we need. So, yes, ma'am.
The second bullet at the bottom says core and anti-aging set included.
Oh, thank you. We need to change that.
That's really a 2-stepper, right?
Actually, this has all, thank you. I'm glad you pointed that out. This has all 7 pieces.
But I thought on the TLC we had to do the core first and then go back afterward and do the anti-aging.
You're correct. You're
Okay.
absolutely correct. This is for illustration purposes so that they know the price for all 7.
Gotcha. Okay, that's what I thought, but I just thought I'd point it out because I don't know.
That's a very good point. You're right. And I did notice this week something that's updated that was different. When you go back in to do the TLC, not the first time, but for the second time, I noticed they're able now to add the extra pieces into that one order so that it doesn't come as 2 orders. Now on your first order, it's not that way. It's still 2 separate, but on their second order, they can go back in and add those 3 pieces to that one order. Okay, any other questions on that? All right, now let's go into the app. So everyone received the email this week and the notification that your apps were ready in your back office. There's training in resources. The link was also sent out, but if you log into your back office, go to resources, resource library. Again, the training is here, right down here under Zoom, video recording TruAura webinar consultant mobile app. So I would highly recommend watching that. And to download, you need to be on your phone or your iPad, whichever one. Log into your back office, go to Resources, Technology Suite, and then you can download whether you have an Android or Apple. Obviously, you choose which one. Click on that. We'll pull up the app, and then you can download the app to your phone. Now, if you're an Android user, we still have a few glitches with ours that they say will be worked out this week. So that is how you download that. Now, on your phone, who all has downloaded? Okay, so it's bringing up the app. And so, this is kind of different. I wanted to show you the TruAura Pic app. It's right here. When you click on that, it will ask you to install if you hadn't installed, and you do have to create a new account. It will ask you so you don't use your same. Now I use the same credentials, same username and password that I use for my TruAura, and security people would tell you never, never, never do that, but I did. So that I can just remember it. And then you will open it and log in, and you can take pictures. You take before picture, it has a little camera right there, and then you can go create tile. And so depending on, let's say you would have a whole group of people here, you would select the 2 images, click next. I'm trying, sorry. And then when you click share, it will share to your phone. And ladies, let me go over, if you'll bear with me just a second. I meant to have this one pulled up because you can't really see it on the phone. I think I need a new computer. It's really, really
Can I ask a quick question? This is Martha.
Yes.
if anybody's downloaded this yet, can they give me an idea of how much space it takes up on the phone? I'm kind of pushing the, I think I need a new phone. So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to be putting a lot of pictures on there and all that. I just want to know if they mentioned that in the training, how much space this app takes up.
You know what? I did not hear them say that. Did anyone else?
No. When they showed us on there, I don't think they mentioned anything about that.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Has anybody downloaded the app to their iPad?
No. I did it to, I guess, my Samsung, and I'm having issues with it right now.
I'm having issues with my iPad too. I'm having issues with, and I did talk to customer service where I was trying to load a TLC order. It charged the customer twice, but it never showed up as an order in TruAura. So I think and I told him and then I went back in and I created a dummy order, and that never did process. So I think there's an issue with the iPad. But
good to know.
I'll anybody else who had problems with Samsung, so that lead and breathe that. And I say, I think it's a glitch that they need to, but the iPhone worked fine. The iPad did not work. And I've been talking to back and forth to them. Plus, I want to make sure I get my customer her money back since they charge her twice.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Just real quick, this is how the before and after pic. I just took a real quick picture today. This is nothing. Just wanted to be able to show you what it looks like. It puts the timestamp and the date and the TruPic information on here. So when you do before and afters, they're asking us to use this so that it's more professional. But I like how it automatically puts the timestamp and everything on it so that you know. Okay, so Margaret, you were able to download to both your iPad and your iPhone without an issue?
No. The iPhone was fine. The iPad, it never completely downloaded all the way. And like I was saying, but I went into my replicated website and I was trying to do a TLC order.
Right.
And, I load all the information all the way at the bottom. Then it says saving at the very bottom. It never stopped saving. But then when we would hit the next button, it would charge her, and we kept hitting the button, and it charged her twice. And then after so many times, your credit card kind of just declined you. And she was able to get a screenshot from her credit card, and we sent that. I called customer service, and they were on it. They were trying to work it for us after we sent the email over to them.
Okay.
So yeah, so they're on it, but I just thought, I wondered if anybody else had an experience with the iPad, because I use my iPad more than I do my desktop. And I'd rather use the iPad than my iPhone, but that was just my issue that I had.
But they are working on it, right?
And like I said, I'll send something out to you so you can get it out to everybody if that is in fact a glitch or a problem that they have to work.
All right, thank you. Well, I want to tell everyone on the recording, thank you for joining us. That was the end of the information that I just wanted to share with everybody this week. I appreciate you guys listening. So I'm opening the floor now for Q&A. So feel free to hang in there with us and get some more questions answered, or if you need to drop off. Again, I thank you for being here and I appreciate you. So floor is open for any other questions. I know you mentioned the Android. Yeah, I have my Samsung as well, and I really don't want to go to Apple, but my husband keeps telling me I need to. But they tell us that that it will be fixed for Android this week. My issue was the fact that once I could download it and I could use everything except for the TruAura social app. My regular app and my Pic app are working fine. What about anyone else with Samsung? What issues are you having? Okay, so any other questions on the app or anything else for that matter?
Well, okay, just a general question on the app. So, in my strange way of thinking, I was thinking that was for us to take a picture, but that's for us to take pictures of all of our clients so they can see the difference.
Both.
Okay. Because I was just kind of stunned by that. I'm not stunned, but I
yeah,
had thought of that when you said that. I'm like, oh,
yeah, that's definitely, they'd ask if it's available on the client side, and I don't see it when I flip over to the client section. But that was asked if they could have it for them personally, because some of our clients we don't see in person.
hmm,
You know, some of our clients are out of town clients,
virtually.
so they did ask for that.
Okay, that's a good point.
So do I have any questions on anything else? So the floor is open, whether it's the comp plan, whether it's how to share a product, the app.
So, Jill, I haven't tried to download the app yet, and I have an Android phone. Do you think I ought to just wait until the end of the week till they get these glitches?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
I think you could download it fine,
Uh-huh.
and you would get your basic app, but I would just definitely wait until Friday.
Okay. All right. I like all the information that you went over and how to pack the bag and, you know, just to take it with you everywhere you go. I did that today. I met 3 friends for lunch and I had my bag packed. And it was so funny because someone asked me about my bag and I said, I have all my products. Do y'all want to see what they feel like? And we just put it on their hands and, you know, I had my notebook, I had everything.
Yeah, isn't it nice to have everything with you?
It is. But I like some of the things too. I just had that you mentioned because I had just put in one baggie, the spatulas and the cotton pads. But I think it would be nice in a group to have like the little sandwich bag size. I mean, not sandwich, the snack bag size. And then give everybody an individual one. So it looks like really sanitized.
That's a good idea. And it's easier for you too when you're setting up. You just bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, yeah. So a little bit more pre-planning, but yeah, it was great. It's a lot
I
of
like that.
Are all your spatulas those beauty control spatulas?
Mine are, but they don't have writing on them, so I reuse them. What about yours, Karen?
No, I ordered some kind of pink ones from Amazon. It's a company actually that's spelled Beauty, Beauti. I think it's Beauty Calm, something like that. It was on Amazon Prime.
Okay, are those the same ones Sue was talking about?
I don't know. I just found them online looking around.
Okay, yeah, Sue was telling me today that she found some as well, and she mailed me some so that I could see them.
Good. Okay, yeah, they're the same size as the beauty control ones.
No, the one Sue has is about half the size of the ones Beauty Control has.
Oh.
They're really neat. Sue showed us at the meeting on Saturday. She'll probably have some next time she sees you.
I saw those, but I just like the longer ones. I guess because that's what I'm used to using.
I bought some of the old Beauty Controls when they were cheap, and I'm going to use them until I don't have any more.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm out too.
Yeah.
Can you sterilize them?
I put mine in the dishwasher.
Oh yeah, get one of the baby bottle.
I just put it in the rack in the door.
Oh really?
And they don't melt. They're fine. Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah. I just use soap and water.
I have a question. In meeting with past beauty control clients, I evidently did a really good job on getting them to stock up when we were going out of business. So, you know, I'm selling an eye cream here, a night cream there, because they're stocked up. Yeah, what I've done myself is I have a travel bag, and that's got my old beauty control stuff in it. But Does anybody have any other ideas on how to get them to use this stuff up faster?
I'd like to hear that answer because I'm having the same problems, Martha.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one, as you know, some clients are just not going to change, but some that are really excited because we've shown them the before and afters, the fact that we've used all of the products and how great that they have the results. I have seen some people said that they are, Martha, you had mentioned having them take it to their lake home or their beach home.
Right.
Somebody mentioned they were using their cleanser as their body wash and their lotions for like their hand cream and their leg cream.
That's a good idea.
And somebody said they gave it to their husband,
I did that.
told him to use it.
Get your husband on True Aura. It
Hey.
works. I'm telling you.
Sounds like a testimonial there, Jeanette.
Yep. David has got from his fingertip to his wrist, that side, the side of his hand on his little finger, was all white dead skin for weeks. And he started using this on a Friday night. On Thursday, I said, well, honey, let me look at your hands. And I'm going to tell you something. It was gone. That white dead skin was gone. And it is still gone. And it does not itch anymore. He said, well, how can that be? I said, well, you've been using the products on your hands to your face. And I mean, it's amazing.
Wow.
So he's got a better testimonial than I do.
That's great.
Yeah. Oh, one other thing. I have a client in Minnesota. Of course, she's stocked up on beauty control like your clients, Martha, but she never could wear beauty control eye cream. She got the eye cream. She can wear it. Her eyes are not bothering her. Before she had to just take it off. And she's using the toner because she was out of toner. And she has rosacea. And she said, I feel like I can see a difference. And she just started it yesterday.
And she's only added the toner?
Only the toner because she wasn't getting any more until she got rid of her beauty control. So she got the eye cream and the toner. And they're both are working for her. And she's never been able to wear eye cream before because her eyes burned so bad. So that's great. Because she could use the True Aura eye cream and the toner seems to be helping her too, she thinks.
That ties with what happened with one of my rosacea girls. We did the cleanser, and then even with the toner, her redness just went away. And she said it was still gone the next morning. She's not doing her TLC till next month, but she was so impressed by that one application that she will be TLC next month.
I had a client the other day that I used the system on. She had under her eye a long red mark. I mean, really red. And we used the system, and I mean, it was that red mark lightened up immensely. Just one application. Of course, she's got beauty control that she has to use up, but she was really impressed. So right now I'm waiting too, like Martha, for these clients to, to finish their other products. But one client said, well, I'm not going to order online. I want to see you. I want you to come see me. I said, even if you order online, I'll come see you. I promise.
Well, when you go see her, take a TLC form and fill it out and just go visit her.
Yeah.
So Jeanette, so you mentioned this was another client, you shared the products with her. How did you set up the appointment? Was it someone you just called and asked to share the products, or what happened?
One was a client that had ordered something in February or December. Well, of course, I broke my kneecap. I couldn't go see her. And she said, just come when you can. I went to see her yesterday. And she really liked the way everything felt. But she has to use up some of her stuff. The other one was a beauty control consultant. And she's been on the wagon about what she's going to do. TLC, be a consultant again, because she was wholesale. But I knew once she tried it that she would really like it. And so I'm not sure if she will be a consultant or a TLC.
But she loved it.
Yes. And so I said, I want you to try this. Can I come over and demo this on you? And so we set up a time.
And you did the full facial?
Yep, full facial. I did another one in a restaurant on a hand. You know, you can't tell a lot on a hand, I don't think, but at least they get the feel of it.
Right. And I did, a lady came over the other day and she just wanted to do the back of her hand. And we did the old tried and true, compare the two hands. And she was amazed at the difference in her hands.
Yeah. Same thing at my lunch today that happened. They couldn't believe the difference in their hands.
Well, that's great. That's great.
So if you're doing it on the hand, do you just do either the day or the night treatment and the day or the night moisturizer?
Yes, that's what I did.
Okay.
But I had her put the eye cream on her eyes,
Mm-hmm.
even though she had some makeup on.
Yeah.
To get the feel of that. And I thought it would still help.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
On any of these training videos, I haven't looked at the sneak peek yet, but you know, when it talks about for the eye cream, a small amount, I'm afraid if I use as small amount as I'm using, I'm not going to use that up in 60 days.
Yes, you will.
I mean, if they would say something like, okay, the size of an English pea, or I need the size of a pinhead, or, you know, I'm starting to put more on for me.
I am too.
But I'm trying to decide how to tell clients, you know, visually versus just saying a small amount. Does anybody have any recommendations?
Well,
Are you talking about the eye cream itself?
Yes.
Well, I mean, just by nature of the eye cream, because it is so creamy, I mean, I would just say, you know, a little, like you're saying, a little dab will do you, but I mean, it really does go a long way. But I pretty much do like a pea size at least for each eye, and do underneath and around. And you can do this from what the literature says, you know, on the upper eyelid also to help with sagginess. So, and then I grab another little dab, you know, and do the other eye. So those are just my comments.
That's the same thing I do, Carolyn. And I hear your concern, Martha. And one thing I was curious about as well, and we tell people, I feel I need to pull back on that because I feel like they have to scrimp. And I don't want them to think that they have to scrimp. So one way you can share a little bit goes a long way, the pea size, you know, for each eye. And then throw in that, however, I personally like to be luxurious and just put until your skin needs the right amount that you can tell. Because when you put your moisturizer on, you tell one pump, but sometimes the one pump doesn't necessarily go all the way out to here. And I definitely need a second pump for my neck. And so I started telling people 2 pumps, because 1 pump to get the basic, and then the second pump for your neck, and to make sure that you get all the way to the hairline and that you get the bridge of your nose and all the way out. And another tip is how we put it in our fingers and it kind of goes between the fingers. Well, instead of doing that, use the back of your hand as your palette. Put your pump there, dot it, and pat it in, and it will go further. And you're also correcting the back of your hands at the same time.
Okay, a pea sounds like a huge amount to me for each eye. I mean, that's, am I just overthinking this, or?
Yes.
Yes.
But
just a dab to where it's completely covered underneath and on top as well.
Okay.
And if it helps any, I believe the amount of the ounces is the same amount of ounces as what was in our other eye cream. So
really, wow, doesn't look like it.
I know it doesn't, but if you look at the exact ounces, it is pretty. I think it's the same actually. Actually, I think it may even be a little bit more, but
maybe.
Jill, have you had anybody just go on the core skincare without the treatments and they're seeing huge results?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. In fact, one of the before and after pictures on the page 2, the young lady with the acne, she's
Right.
only on the 4-piece.
Okay.
And I have a lady from last week that she only did the 4-piece, and she is seeing it. She told me today, she goes, I don't know if I just want to see what I want to see, or it really is doing what you said. And then she's a friend, so she wasn't being negative at all.
Right.
But she did say she noticed that she no longer has to wear concealer, and it's only been 4 days.
Wow.
Well, I
Right.
can just say for myself, because Jill, I had shared with Jill how extensive the problems were that I'm having, and mine, I was having a lot of problem with dryness and other issues going on. I mean, and it has totally like cleared all of that up. I have been so pleased and amazed with, what it's done for me personally. So, it really works well. I'm really, really pleased with the new formulations. So yeah, I'm really happy with what I've experienced.
Thanks for sharing. That's great to know.
Carolyn, are you talking about the whole system?
Yeah, it's everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Carolyn, with your dryness, do you use a little bit more of the moisturizer than?
Well, I had different issues. So actually it's a combination. It wasn't just the moisturizer. It is literally the combination of the cleanser, because I was to the fact to where I was just using like the Aveeno oatmeal wash, and that was it. Because I had tried using some of my old beauty control products and it just was not getting there. So my dermatologist had switched me to just doing the oatmeal wash, and that was it. And actually they had me on cortisone and some other hydrocortisone 2.5 and other things to try to get this knocked out. So yeah, so I've been really, really pleased with, when I got the wash, especially because with the oatmeal stuff, you just really didn't feel clean, even though I had a lot of dryness. And then the toner really didn't impact or, do anything. I didn't really feel, any harm in using it. So, cause it's so light and, I'm normally completely saturated oily. I mean, I'm really, really oily. And I know I'm normalizing because my T-zone's getting oily again, which before everything was dry everywhere. So, but, I truly do believe in, what they say this product is based on and what it's formulated to do. And it's to understand what's going on with your skin and to feed it and, give it what it needs and balance out. But yeah, I even use, at first I just started the first day or so, I just did the, the wash and stuff and the eye cream and the moisturizer, and I didn't use the repair, but I'm like, well, doesn't matter. So I just went ahead and used everything. And I love the daytime treatment because of how you really do feel that tightening, and so many people are looking for that. Yeah. So I think that's really awesome. And yeah, I've actually backed off a little bit on the moisturizer piece on the day and the night lotion and not putting those in my T-zone since I've normalized now. But yeah, I've really, really been pleased with everything. So
that's great. What about your eyes?
No, doing good. So, because I only have just a tiny, so the red thing's gone. So like I haven't been wearing eyeshadow. I don't know if you can see if I'm close enough.
I can.
It's like, no, none of the redness, and I'm not tearing. I'm not doing all of that stuff. So all of that's resolved. The only thing I have is just a couple of little bitty flakes on my inner, kind of up here on up by the bridge of my nose of just dryness, and that is it. Everything else is really normalized. So it's been awesome to feel like a real person that you're not ashamed to go out in public with any longer. So, and what I told you I was terrified about at first was this is like, oh yeah, my skin looks like crap. Like I'm going to say, oh, hey, yeah, I'm a skincare consultant. Use this product. So I'm so glad that I've had, the success with it with my own skin to normalize. I mean, and it's a great testimonial.
That's
so,
great.
What I've got to do is go back and try to find some of my, what I call my freak pictures, when my skin was really so bad. And so, okay, this is what I was before, and yeah, I did do one cute video, like literally it was that I did on my phone real quick in the bathroom, just like it was the second day. So like I got my products on, what did I do? I got them like on a Thursday night, and I didn't get to, I didn't use it, or I mean, I put it this way, I think I didn't start using them until like Friday. And then, so I did Friday morning, Friday night, and then Saturday morning. So Saturday morning, I did this little video just in front of my makeup mirror. And it was just, you know, it was honest, because it was honest of what I was feeling and, you know, what I experienced after literally just using the wash and stuff like 3 times. I could tell a difference in my skin, because like the tightness just immediately went away. So, I mean, for your clients that do have problems, feel confident in talking them into using it. You know, because, you know, tell them that you have had and heard success stories with others who have had problems, you know, that it does truly do, and, you know, what it's supposed to do. So yeah, I'm really, really excited about it.
Are you
Thank
still using cortisone?
No. So I stopped using all of that stuff. So yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Hey, Carolyn, was your flaking caused by dry eye?
No, I put it this way is, what did my doctor call it? They called it like this, what is it, seborrheic dermatitis, and I'm sure I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, that they say, because I mean, it's like when I again say that I was max oily, I mean, I was like, I was oily, but it's like just for some unknown reason, I started having dryness, and to where it was like red, you know, spots. Like this was really dry. It was really dry in 2 spots, like under my eye. And then I got dryness over here, like on my eyelids, where I had to quit wearing shadow. And for a while, I didn't even wear eyeliner or anything like that. And my eye was just like tearing. My skin was just weeping. But the doctor just says, oh, this just happens as you age. It's one of those things. Like, oh, it just happens when you age, and it's hereditary. And you get this sheet that says there is no cure for this. There is no solution. You just have to learn to live with it. And here are the things you can do, you know. And it was so disheartening of like, you're going to tell me there's no solution for this, and I'm going to look like this, you know, forever.
Yeah.
So, but
did it itch?
Yeah, I had scalp, in my scalp and stuff, because I had dryness even in my hairline and in my scalp, to where it was I had flakiness and itching there. So that seems to have calmed down too. So I think it's a combination of things that for this time of what's going on, you know, it has backed off, because I haven't had the other issues of, you know, like the itchy scalp and stuff like that. But you know, for my skin to look as good as it does now compared to what I look like, it's unbelievable. So
that's great.
Yeah. But just have confidence in the product. I mean, because that's what it's designed for. I mean, it's designed to deal with those things, with inflammation, with redness, with acne, with irritation, and like you're saying, the rosacea, the eczema, the other things. So, you know, it's a combination of all of that stuff. So, I mean, it truly is doing what it's supposed to do. So, you know, have confidence in that and promoting that.
Thank you very much for sharing, Carolyn.
You're welcome.
All right, well, we're almost at an hour, so if there's any other urgent question. All right, well, thank you guys. I appreciate you greatly, and thank you for sharing, and we will see you next week.
Okay, thank you, Jill.
Thanks, Jill.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jill.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.